Hello, today we're going to continue working on composite figures. The only difference is that today, instead of adding all of our composite figures, the area of the composite figures, we're actually going to be subtracting, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start by reading the problem, then I'll go through the success criteria to solve the problem, okay? So a model of a rectangular stovetop with 4 burners is shown. The side lengths of the stovetop and the diameter of the burner are labeled. Which measurement is the best estimate of the area in square inches on the stovetop that does not include the area of the burners? So the one thing that I want to make sure I underline and understand is that we want the area of the stovetop, but we don't want to include the burners. Okay, so then I'm going to go to my success criteria, and I'm going to start on number 1. Number 1 says I can identify the shapes in a composite figure and their formula. So the first 2 shapes that I noticed that I have a rectangle, and formula for area of a rectangle is equal to A is equal base times height. Second, the burners are shape of a circle, and then area for a circle is equal pi r squared. Okay, so I've done number 1. Number 2, I can identify relevant values for the formula. Well, let's see. On the rectangle, they give us the base, which is 28, and the side, which is the height, is 30. And on the circle, they give me the diameter. Diameter is 8, but I know that the radius is half of the diameter. So half of 8 will be 4. So then I would have pi times 4 squared. Okay, so let's see, that's number 2. Number 3 says I can substitute given values into the formula for each shape. So I've already done it for the rectangle. On the circle, the only thing I'm missing is pi, which is 3.14. And then I'm going to go ahead and solve for 4 squared, which 4 times 4 will give me 16. So that's number 3. Number 4, I can apply order of operations to solve the expression for the area. So the first one, I'm going to put it right here, which is 28 times 30. Bring down my 0. 3 times 8 is 24. Carry the 2. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. That's 840. So this is the area of the entire stovetop, including the burners. Including burners. Okay, so now I'm going to figure out the area of one of those burners. So I'm going to set that up right over here, 3.14 times 16. 6 times 4 is 24, carry the 2. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 2 is 8. And 6 times 3 gives me 18. I put a 0 for a placeholder, then I got 4, 1, 3. Because that's just 1 times any number, just gives you the number back. This becomes 4, 12, carry the 1, 10, carry the 1, 3, 4, 5. So it gives me 50.24. But remember that is one burner. Okay, I need the area for 1, 2, 3, 4 burners. So then I take that amount and I multiply it by 4. 4 times 4, 16, carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 4 times 0 is 0, and 4 times 5 is 200. And I've got 2 decimals, so now I have 296 hundredths. That's the area of 4 of the burners. So remember that they want to know the area of the stovetop, not including the burners. So the total area is 840, but I have to subtract the area of the burners. And what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to borrow from the 40. That leaves me 39, 9, and 10. 10 minus 6 gives me 4. 9 minus 9 is 0. I bring down my decimal straight down. 9 minus 0 is 9. 3 minus 0 is 3. And 8 minus 2 is 6. Okay. So this is the, I don't know why I was going to put a money sign on there. Let me fix that. 639 inches square. That is the area of the stovetop. Okay. And remember, on number 5, yesterday we were adding. Today we are subtracting. Okay. And thank you. I hope that helps you solve the rest of the problems. Before I sign off though, let me fix this right here because I don't like the way that looks. Okay, I'm gonna rewrite that. Remember that the diameter is 8 and the radius is equal half the diameter, which would be equal to half of 8, and half of 8 will be 4. So therefore my radius will be 4. Okay, and that is why I ended up using over here 4. Okay, thank you and have a good day.